your whole life could change. Okay, that's me. I'm Dr. Elijah. I'm back connecting straight from my office, and I want to just share a few thoughts with us. In 2-3 minutes, I'll be out of here, and a few persons at the end of this meeting will be selected for mentorship. A few persons at the end of this meeting will be selected for mentorship. I need you to pray. I need you to cry. I need you to beg. I need you to do whatever it will take to be among those few persons that will be selected for mentorship. Because if you are selected for the mastermind mentorship, your life will never remain the same again. I can tell you that I've been a beneficiary of that, okay? I'd like to introduce myself as a retired medical doctor and a social entrepreneur. Okay, that is me. I practiced medicine for a couple of times. Also now I still practicing medicine. This picture was about 4 years ago. You can see the transformation in just about 4 years. And that was at a private hospital in Savannah Medical Center in 11, Abuja. Okay, where I was doing PP after working in where I was doing my residency, Gaiki Hospital. Then I also work in Iduna Specialized Hospital in Wuse 2. Then also work in National Hospital, all at the same time. Okay, all at the same time. Why? Because we're told to go to school, get a degree, come out and work for money. Education is the key. As a matter of fact, some persons told me, they say, once you become a doctor, all your problems are over. I think that's the greatest lie ever. That's the greatest scam ever. So I eventually went to school, went to UNN, came out, and so right now, everything is going to be smooth for me. I'm going to be faced with the harsh realities of life. And I found myself doing 4 jobs at the time. And I was sleep while driving out of exhaustion until I crashed my car on top Beggar Bridge. And I had to ask myself a very important question. I need you to ask yourself today, please, why do you work? He has already dealt with it. I'm okay, already dealt with it. If it's enough for food, shelter, clothing, if you're not born, would you have needed those things? So I asked myself those questions. So why do I want to kill myself over things I wouldn't have needed if I was not born in the first place? And that's why I picked up my pen and paper and I did something that forever changed my life. And I want every one of you here to do it today. You pick up your pen and paper at the end of this meeting, calculate your lifetime income in terms of money, your lifetime worth in terms of money. Because from the day we are born to the day we die, we chase money. So I think wisdom demands that I knew how much I'll be worth at the end of time. I picked up my pen and paper, upgraded myself to the level of a senior consultant, and assumed I was earning 700K per month, which a senior consultant earns. And I was able to earn it for 30 years, saving every kobo. I punched my calculator, it was 252 million naira. 30 years, no food, no water, sleeping under the bridge. Nothing, no spending a dime. Of course, no marriage, no child. Why are you wasting money? No recharge card and all that. And as I was looking at that money, GT Bank bought a piece of land. I just said, I was doing PP in Wuse 2. And they bought that piece of land for 260 million naira. And that's where my dreams died before my face. Because I asked myself, if my whole life was not worth a piece of land in Wuse 2, then how do I fulfill all the promises I made to my father, all the promises I made to my mother, the promises I made to my siblings as I was growing up when I was still naive and innocent, all the promises I made to everyone in my village, that when I become a doctor, I'm going to take care of you and all that. And I was in that mood, I was depressed and frustrated. That was when somebody sent me that message that connected you to this meeting. You see that link, that WhatsApp message, I was connected. And on the 2nd of June, 2017, 4 years ago, maybe 3 years and 2 months ago, but maybe 3 years and 6 months ago, I was invited and I was selected. That is the word. By God's grace, I was among the few that was selected for the master in mentorship, and I got the mentorship. This was at the histopathology lab in National Hospital, where I was still doing my outside posting there. And in 1 month, I doubled my income in Gaiki, what I was earning at any times 2 in my first month. Okay, and that is me embarked on an all-expense paid vacation to the Philippines for 2 weeks. Were spoiled in the Philippines, all expenses paid. I practiced medicine for 7 years. Nobody sent me to Lagos on vacation. Okay, and that is what we lodged in the BSA Twin Tower. Beautiful place. That is me chilling on a Monday morning. Monday morning, not doing public holiday. Who chills on a Monday morning? Only he who has control of his time and money. Okay, if you work somewhere, you might not be able to chill on a Monday morning. Okay, and that was the freedom. But over there, I encountered a 21-year-old that gave me the advice of my life. Okay, and I'm going to share that with us. He told me, he said, doctor, you don't need to work for the next 10, 15, 20 years to know what your future will be like. He said, wherever you work, there are people that are 15, 20 years older than you. If you like the future you see in them, continue. If you don't like the future you see in them, make an alternate plan. As soon as I came back to Nigeria, went to where I was working, saw my consultants, saw my chief, saw the way they were struggling. Any month they delay salary by as much as just 4 or 5 days. You see the way they are convulsing. Every time they are complaining how this one is facing query, how the other one might be sacked more, how the other one. I said, no, this is not the future I want for my yet unborn generation. I picked up my pen and paper and I made the unpopular decision that was mocked and ridiculed. I, by Elijah of the above named department, I want to tender my resignation. So what? 3 months to part 1. If you know any doctor that is doing residency, go and tell them that doctor resigned this residency 3 months to part 1, and they'll tell you that it's not possible. But when I made that decision, I had seen the future. I had seen today. And because of the mastermind mentorship that I got, 1 year down the line, I was one of the top 500 in the world. I was also a millionaire circle and at the world stage. I was able to gift myself this car as a birthday gift. That was 2 years and 2 months into my business. 2 years and 2 months into my business. Gifted myself this car as my birthday gift. Drove this car to where I was working, and my HOD saw it and started shouting. Say, wait. Dr. Mba, this kind of car will be consuming fuel. Now, why do you buy this kind of car? And I looked at him. I said, no. Somebody bought this kind of car, and your only concern is fuel. See, if you can type in the comment section, type God will punish poverty. There's something poverty does to you. How will somebody buy a car of 8 figures? You're concerned. How much do they sell for, please? Type in the comment section, God will punish poverty. If you're writing, write it somewhere. God will punish poverty. Because there's something that poverty does to the mind of people. Okay, that is me on the left. That's my pretty wife on the right. Okay, and that is what was possible. That was my first car. Okay, this was the car I was driving 7 years after practicing medicine for 7 years. I was driving this car. End of discussion. This is the car I was able to launch within 2 years and 2 months of mentorship. Of what? Mentorship, before and after. Of course, last year I was also able to get this other Benz ML350 Formatic. And also just last month, I was able to get this BMW X6 2018 model V8 and all that. Now, it's not just about this. Okay, we've also been able to give back to the society. Last 3 weeks, he told you, we fed 50,000 families. Today, I'm recognized as the top number 4 in the whole of West Africa, and that is me on still being celebrated. Now, whatever advice I give to you today, take it very seriously, okay? Take it very, very seriously, because I've been able to mentor by God's grace today. Not just that I have achieved success, I've achieved significant success. That is good. I've been able to mentor a lot of persons, young, old, middle age, and all that, okay, that were recognized as monthly millionaires. Just this year, over 23 of them. And tomorrow, an undergraduate under my mentorship is launching a Mercedes-Benz. That is the way you can get from the master mentorship. An undergraduate. Okay, if you're an undergraduate, just imagine in your mind that you're resuming school after this strike and you're going back with a car. Not just a car, a Mercedes-Benz. And that is what is possible for you. I'm going to leave you with 2 questions. Number 1, how did you fare during the COVID-19 lockdown? Rhetorical, answer to yourself. Number 2, you have residual income. Because there's a good chance another lockdown is coming. How would you fare? How would you fare? My advice for you is, whatever happens in the committee, make sure you are one of the few that will be selected for the mastermind mentorship. Write it somewhere so that you don't forget it. Pray for it, because if you are selected for the mastermind mentorship, by this time next year, crossing over into 2022, you'll not be among those that will be saying it's my year of double portion, triple portion. No, you have the formula, and you'll be among those that will be giving back, because you'll be among those that will be earning over 7 figures every month. Congratulations to all of those that will be selected.